Hello. Mm. Yeah, I knew my mic was muted, everyone. Thank you. I just opened the window and it popped up and I didn't realize. But it's all good. I hope no one is put off by some eating sounds because I am very hungry and I didn't realize that I needed food until right this minute. So I am going to really quick just be chowing down really quick. Sorry. Hmm. I realized I haven't eaten since like 3 o'clock. If mouth sounds gross you out, I'm sorry. Mm. Hello, Dlee. Hi, Rin. I hope you're feeling better. Mm. Agent Warrior X. Hello. I'm glad that you like Aurelia. I'll turn that off. Hi, Eepy. How is everyone liking this nighttime background music, huh? Mm. My night is going very well, Flair. Until I realized I hadn't eaten. Oh, no, Eepy, there's no music playing. I'm playing like a nighttime track. But I'll put music. I'll go put music on. I put on a nighttime track with like crickets and stuff. Mm. Mm. Oh my gosh. I don't have stuff to make a sandwich, so I literally just grabbed a hunk of bread, French bread that I bought to make French bread pizza. I haven't opened it yet. I literally just grabbed a hunk of that with a hunk of smoked Gouda cheese, and that's what I. So I'm not even making an actual sandwich. Alright, here's some music for you. Uh, there we go. Jack and my computer is so messed up. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Oh, must have mixed up with the real crickets outside the window, possibly. Love the drawing I'm making. Thank you. Yeah, again, I'm very sorry. I hate speaking with my mouth full. That's just kind of where we're at. We'll get started in a second. I crave your indulgence. Now, what you're seeing on screen, this gal, I wasn't planning on bringing her story up so soon, but I had already recorded it, I don't know, 2 months ago. And, I was going to do the emo alternative girl next, but, I looked at her numbers and they just weren't really good enough, which sounds very callous, but it's just the way it is sometimes. So I decided instead of using my time on another artwork for the emo girl, which didn't even get that good numbers in the first place, maybe I'll introduce another anthropomorphic character because those seem to do well. So this is another dragon character. And what you eating? I'm eating a hunk of Italian bread with a hunk of smoked Gouda cheese because I don't have anything else to make a sandwich and I'm very hungry and I haven't eaten since 3. A sad loss. What, that I'm not doing the emo girl next? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just, at the end of the day, it is kind of a numbers game. Because my time is like gold because I'm a mom, so. I'm glad it sounds yummy and it's not putting you off too much. Also, I titled this stream Artwork and Lullabies because I had intended to just leave an ambience track in the background and maybe hum some lullabies since I just put my son to bed and I'm just in that mood. But I don't have to if it'll annoy anyone. But it was also like if anyone has lullaby suggestions. The algorithm do be like that sometimes, it's true, EB. Oh, sorry Flare, I didn't see your previous message in its entirety. What are you eating? Thank you for wishing my son good dreams. He is a very good sleeper, so it'll be fine. He was sleeping through the night at 6 months. Oh, it's okay, EP. Things have been, slow. I just now started to post content again, so you haven't really missed a whole lot. I ignored my Discord for like weeks, so it's okay. I'm almost done, everyone. Sorry. I'm trying to just tear through this bread. It's so good. I was literally just talking about dieting and weightlifting or weight training in my Discord. Now I'm eating carbs. How is everyone while I stuff my face? The sound of bread tearing. EP, things are definitely picking up again. I have been focusing on this channel instead of the other one, and I think it was definitely the right call. Things have been quieting down on that one, and it just was taking too much time to try and post on both of them, while also trying to get an IRL business off the ground. I had to focus on something. At the end of the day, my toddler is most important. I hit 2 of the worst jackpots in my entire life. You can tell us about it if you want. Just remember, we don't trauma dump in here. The only thing I'm missing the most is Ildar. I know. Everyone loves Ildar, and trust me. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. Bread and cheese, or bread and butter, it's just like instinctually so good. It's just, Forget filet mignon, forget all that crap. You just have some bread and butter, bread and cheese. It's like the most satisfying. Oh geez, wisdom teeth? Oh yeah. I had to have my wisdom teeth out at 14. They were impacted underneath the gum. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry you're having to go through that. Mm. 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 Anyone just now jumping into the stream is going to be so confused. I'm just sitting here like moaning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Mm. All right. That's the last of my tea, and that's. I gotta take a drink, and now I can get started. All right. Hold on. I gotta look at my headphones. Okay. I have to turn the music down on my end. Does the music sound overpowering to my voice for you guys? Let me know, because it's hard for me to judge. This track is bugging me though. Let's see. Next. Ah, much better. Yes. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. If I start hiccuping, I'm gonna be done. All right. That was me having to drop my chair down low because I am very short, and my desk is actually a giant sewing desk. So, all right. Now, music was a bit, but you fixed it. Okay. I'm gonna turn it down just a tad more because I do think it was down lower before, and then I ramped it up when I did the background ambience. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this gal. Oh, hold on. I gotta take my avatar and everything off the screen. That off. No. Okay. Is everyone okay with me leaving the chat up on screen? Or is that distracting to anyone? Gonna jump right into it either way. Oh, sewing desk? What's the favorite thing you've made? Oh gosh. I've been making stuff. I've been in like a crafting business for about 10 years, so that is very difficult to answer. Alright. I have not looked at this in a sec, so let me figure out where I am. Okay, so the story with this gal is I actually wrote her script for another content creator. I will be completely honest, I can't remember his name, but I wrote it oh gosh, it's been like a year and a half ago, and I think he was smaller, or I think he was I can't remember. He was not a giant creator, but not a small creator. I think he was kind of like me, maybe. I can't remember if he was smaller or bigger, but either way, he commissioned the script for me, and I wrote it for him, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then all this time goes by, and I told him, when you record it, I would love to hear it. And I never heard from him, so I checked in, I don't know, like 6 months after that. And he said, oh no, yeah, life has just been a lot. I haven't had a chance to record it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then around this time, I've been looking for any kind of content that I could put out reasonably, and I came across that script again because I still had it. And I was like, I should check in on him and see if he ever did that, because if he did, I'd like to hear it, and if not, I'm going to ask him if I can use it. And turns out he never recorded it, and it's been so long at this point, I don't know what his situation is, I don't know anything about it, but at this point he just said, yeah, you can go ahead and use it for yourself. So, yeah, I was like, I don't really have... There was kind of lore sort of built up in it that I'm gonna have to figure out how it fits in to the lore of kind of what I've set up with the Dragonverse. I think it would be pretty easy to do, but honestly, I recorded this so long ago now, I'm trying to remember what change, like, whether or not I could work it in or not. Oh, this track is really pretty. Okay, let's see. Her tail. I'll just focus on the wing. So I want the wing. The wing has been badly damaged. Like, very damaged. As in, you broke one of the biggest parts of your body damaged. Did I want it to go this far? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, what did I do? I need to follow my... That doesn't quite work. What was I gonna do with it? Something like that. Oh no, I'm drawing and not talking again. Gosh, where is... Oh, there we are. Okay. Actually, I think, can we take this layer away? Yeah, we can take that layer away, I think. Oh. Oh, this music is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Compulsive saving. Oh, I dropped my support pillow. Support for my arm, not my emotions. I'm trying to reach anything I can use. Ah! Well, I almost caused an avalanche, but that's alright. Okay, I'm gonna check in on my chat, see what's been going on. I heard a couple messages pop off. Let's see. At least you've got the chance to do it yourself. Interesting. Recently starting to get back in some previous content you made, which caused me a bit more active in the Discord. Discord. Lurks and some writing 10 essays. Oh, that's fine. Lurking's fine. Relaxing. You okay? You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. What I was saying earlier, I think, EP, I know you're talking about King Ildar, and the situation with Ildar is that I have an idea where the story's going, but I'm in this place where I could focus purely on the story, or I could focus on like more filler ASMR aspects, because people are just missing his voice. First of all, Michael, who voices him, he is going to be unavailable until like January, and he told me this 2 months ago, and I just have not. I just didn't have the steam to write anything new for Ildar for him to perform before that. So unfortunately, it's gonna be a long while because I don't exactly know what to do. It's just hard because I did start his series, and this is why I'm holding off on doing the Dragon Queen version of this same story, is that I really want to have an idea of what I'm going to do with it so I can crank it out a little faster for my channel where I voice. But because Michael's unavailable and I didn't get it done in time, I couldn't write some filler in time, and I also... Okay, where's my... There it is. Should I erase this? And then, like I said, I got stuck between, okay, any filler I write has to tie into this lore and this narrative, and I just didn't have it in me. So, when I do come back to Ildar, I want to have a better idea. I want to have a better grasp on where the story's going. Because a lot of people have made guesses about what's going to happen. It's kind of polarizing, honestly. Some people are all like, no, I don't want anything to happen to Ildar, and other people are like, oh yeah, he did. So I just don't know. I don't know how anyone's going to react at this point when I decide to do whatever I do. I have an idea in mind of what's going to happen to him. No spoilers because it's not set in stone yet. But it's just a bit difficult. It's just a bit difficult. You know what? Okay, I just realized something. I don't know if she'd be barefoot. I mean, I gave her clothes, so she would have some clothes. But then would she be barefoot? But then again, if she's barefoot, then we could do some sick claws on the toes. So I don't know. Let's give her some sick toes, some sick toe claws. This might look good, or this might look ridiculous. I don't know. I have such a hard time putting claws on the toes. I've done it once before with... Anyway, alright, let me check in on the... There, you get this nice, lovely... I'm always talking about him. It's okay, Eepy. Rin and I were talking about... getting, like, fan fictions of him. Huh? Barefoot fit. Them sharp toenails. I don't know if I like it. I'll test it out here and see, and get rid of some of these lines underneath, and I'll see if I like it or not. I just I've done this before for another character who was a fox, and that turned out really cute. But it's the only other time I've done these kind of toenails, and it was kind of rough to figure out. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have time to overthink it. I find that that's just... Okay, do I have all... I think I have all that. So I'm gonna delete my rough lines. Okay, I think all my rough lines are unnecessary now, so I'm just going to select all those. Delete. 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 Don't need those. Delete. Don't need that. Delete. And save. Alright, take a look at chat. Wow, chat, wow. Let's see. Like written stories without the audio or the same ASMR. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay, yes. I know what you're saying. That's right. Okay, in case anyone, I know most, I think most, I don't know how many viewers here are here for just my content that I voice, or how many of you watch both channels, but what Eepy's talking about is, hold on, Where's my... Where's the... Where's my... What? Where's my girl's face layer? Okay, there it is. It's way down here. And then her eye. I had to move her eye. I had to switch the eye up so the... There we go. Okay, I can merge those two. Looks good. I'm not sure about the mouth. I'm not sure about... I hate... I hate drawing mouths so much, but you know what? I'm just... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can't worry about it. That's fine. Alright. Let's flip it up. Okay, for anyone wondering, to finish my other train of thought, for anyone wondering what EP's talking about, and EP, don't worry, I'm not going to expose you or anything, but on my Patreon for my main channel, where I have male voice actors voice, whoops, that was the wrong thing to erase. I have male voice actors, they voice pretty much the same scripts that I voice here. It's more like I recycle them and use them over here more than the other way around, or at least it was. Now it's kind of all over the place. But Michael, you know, for Patreon over there, I will do steamy, spicy audios for the characters, or just Patreon only characters, are the steamy audios. But Michael who voices Ildar is not comfortable doing that, which is totally valid and fine. I never want to make anyone ever do anything they're uncomfortable with. So I approached him with it a little while after the Dragon series took off, and I said, look, is this, you know, the only reason I approached him about it was when we did a knight. We did an audio where he's a knight, which did very well. I need to put more. And the first time I told him, oh, you're going to have a rival knight, and I need another voice actor, he's like, oh, hey, my friend is a voice actor. We both live in London. Is it okay if if I recommend him to you, and if you like him, can we record at the same time? Like, oh, you know, we could literally record in the same studio, was what he told me. So he put in a good word for his friend, and I said, oh yeah, I listened to some of his stuff, and I said, oh yeah, that would be great. And he just clarified with me. He's like, you know, what's the relationship here? You know, just so I'm not doing like a hardcore sex scene with my, you know, one of my good friends. And I laughed and I explained, no, it's nothing like that at all. But because he brought that up, I was like, well, I don't know if that means that he regularly does stuff like that, or if he's okay, because at that point, like, it had all been completely, you know, SFW, everything we'd done together. It had been like suggestive of spicy, but nothing like that. So because he had mentioned that to me, I was like, well, maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. So I approached him with it delicately, and he asked to see an example script. And to be honest, I did send him a very explicit one, just because if you want to know if someone's down or not, you should not hold your punches when sending them examples. I think that's unfair. And he just politely declined. He said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with that, and I said, it's totally fine. But that means that King Ildar is not going to have any spicy audios. I have tried to make up for it with some spicy artwork. But, so, EP over here, and Rin in my server, sorry, Rin and EP, like I said, I hope I'm not calling you out, but they were like, well, what if you just wrote a spicy script? Because I've definitely thought about it. It was part of not the plan all along, but it was in the cards for me, at least, if it was possible, because let's face it, that's kind of where a lot of the money is, unfortunately, and, but it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun to produce. So what was I saying? So they were like, well, if you ever wrote a script for it, even if you won't voice it, maybe you could write the script and just post the script so we could at least read what you do. And the thing is, I like that idea a lot, but my evil plan, every plot demands an evil man. Anyway, my plan is I'm going to find another voice actor who is comfortable with that kind of content and who can sound similar enough to Michael that we will get some Ildar spicy audios. However, that is just, again, that's just a time sink that I haven't been able to commit to yet, so it is going to happen, but instead of focusing on that script, I'm focusing on other things that are more rewarding in the short term right now. So that's just kind of where we're at. I have no idea how anyone's reacting to any of what I just said. Right, let's see, did I get all this? I think I got... Okay, cool. She's like, what you looking at? Alright, let me see what chat's been saying over here. Huh? Says Lee, way up there. I'm catching up on the chat, you guys. I hate drawing lips. I mean, lips are okay, but any other expression besides just kind of the set anime mouth, if I have to do big expressions with like teeth and stuff, it is the hardest thing for me to do. I have been drawing for like my entire life, and but I've only been drawing anime for about 10, and anime style, and even with chibi, it's like very simplified. It is just so difficult for me to get it right. Alright, let's see. Yo, that's sick, says Malamalozi. Did I say that right again? No judgment here. Thank you. Spicy. Oh, I'm glad you don't mind, EP. I didn't want to... yeah. Chibi eyes is so hard? What? Actually... Chibi eyes are hard. I mean, it really just depends on... It really just depends on what, really just depends on what... That is the derpiest looking... Okay. I'm trying to do chibi. I have not drawn a chibi in so long. Okay, let's say you got your chibi. And you want to do the eyes. Let's see, let's get... Midway. Chibi eyes. What do you find difficult about chibi eyes? Just so, I mean, I'm literally just asking. Let's see. Eyes are definitely... They can be, but also chibi eyes are... Because they can be so massive... Because they can be so massive and they don't even have to adhere to, like, regular anime... I mean, anime style, like, really any art style, you can do whatever the frig you want with it. But chibi specifically, you can just be as huge as you want. I don't even know what expression I'm going for. Should we go with eh? Or should we go with eh? Or should we go with I think that looks right. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be focusing on my... whatever. Ugh. Big ears. Big anime ears. Anyway, wow, I can't. Ugh. What you meme? Can't spell. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, let's see. What am I doing? Alright, let's see. Angles of the mouth. Okay, where was I? I'm going back to read the chat. Chibi eyes is so hard. Because for me, I suck at humans, so I can only draw monsters. Oh, I gotcha. Man, I wish I could draw monsters. Like, yeah, it's... doing angles for mouths are sometimes difficult. Oh my gosh, Rio, can I call you just Rio? Rio, yeah, mouths, it's the worst, it's the worst thing. It's the worst thing. It is the thing. I struggle with that more than anything else besides hairlines. I wasn't speaking in NSFW terms, but also with fluff too. Because TBH, I'm currently craving lots and lots of fluff. Well, EP, the problem is he's not really a fluffy character. Like, I know what you're saying, but he's not... he is not a cuddler. He's definitely not a cuddler, and I get what you mean, but I have to be realistic with the story. He's just. I always thought chibi eyes were large and round. Are you making a chibi pew version of her? No, I'm not. Hairlines equals death. Yes, it's true. Well, sometimes they are. I just wanted to make. I mean, you could do chibi eyes like this. I mean, there's kind of endless. You don't even have to put a bottom eyelid in if you don't want it. You could do a lot of things, but anyway. Okay, what am I doing? Why am I drawing chibi? Okay, I'm deleting all that. I need to focus on what I need to focus on. All right. But anyway, EP. What I was saying, as far as like posting any kind of script, if I was going to post just a script, by the time I write a script and finish it, it's off to the VAs, and would people want to just read the script just to see how it's put together? I'm curious. I hadn't even thought about it, honestly. Yeah, this is a fierce gal. She's not quote-unquote pretty like the other ones. She's definitely more like feral and angry, and I mean, as you can see, her wing is torn open, half of her hair was burnt off. This audio is kind of a reverse Comfort, sort of, but she's also, she is a very, you know what? She's a very gruff character. She's kind of like Bakugo, except a little more soft around the edges. My Hero Academia reference. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Alright, let's see. Alright. I don't... now, the fun with this character, and again, if you come to the streams, you get the tea, so to speak. The fun with this character is she is an ice dragon. She is not your typical fire breather. She is an ice dragon, and long story short, she is freezing out in the cold because she was attacked and her inner fire is going out. So even though she is an ice dragon, she requires that inner fire. I'm being very vague with terms, but I don't care. People, it's fine. But because her inner fire is out, even being a frost dragon, she can't do anything about it. And she's gonna freeze to death if you don't save her. But she's all like, "Man, I don't need your help." She sounds just like that too. Meh. Meh. I'm an ice dragon. Meh. Okay. Alrighty. I think... oh, missed the tail here. Trying to get all the line work to be the same color, and then I'll merge all the layers. Okay, if it comes off her back like this, the spines would be like this. Ugh. Why do I do this to myself? Okay. Good enough. Yes. Good enough. Just want to slip into my Ravane voice, or my Repent voice. Yes. Good enough for the listeners. They can handle the naked truth. Creating stuff is fun. It gives me so much joy. When other people enjoy it, that's just... it's just beautiful. Just clean up some of these little fiddly bits. Fiddly bits, fiddly bits, fiddly bits. Right. Okay. I think I can... Oh, I'm missing some lines here. Just trying to get to a point where I can merge all of the line work. Just make sure there's no... Oh, there's some cleanups I have to do. Of course, I can always clean it up when it's... I'm not sure about her hair. Oh, I always do this with hair. I always second guess. Because it's definitely burned off on this side. I'm trying to figure out how it falls. If I fall quiet, it's just because I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I say default. I say I'm sorry by default. I'm not really. It's fine. It's whatever. Whoops! I wanted to do that. I wanted to keep this little. I like this little strand that I did. I love the characters with like impossibly long hair. I think I like that better. Okay, save and check on chat. Okay, I'm going all the way back up here. EB says, I get it, I suppose I mean just more interaction between him and Pearl, but these are just my own blah 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 blah. I appreciate you, EB. I will say, if you're looking for, I know you like Michael's voice specifically, and that's what you're talking about, but the more fluffy dragon characters are coming up, or there'll be other characters, so yeah, it's just the way it is. But I know what you're saying, like fanfic. Like if I was to, I think I know what you mean now. I think it's fine. I think it's finally clicked for me. So you want like a fanficky type script where it is more fluffy and like romantic as opposed to. I mean, the whole thing is a fantasy. You know, it's not meant to be taken literally. Like you're not supposed to think too hard about the situation, even though I am turning it a little more serious. So I get what you mean. You mean like, would I ever write a script that isn't technically canon, but would be more like wish fulfillment, right? That's why I called it like fan fiction. Lee says, I personally go to Reddit and start reading a lot of scripts because it's fun. I made a Reddit, but I'm never on it. I don't. I'm an old lady and I have a child, so I'm not. Ooh, Kachan. Bakugo would be a lot of shouting explosions. Tsundere, yes, very tsundere. Adorable man fits. Hardest thing I have to draw are feet and hands. Those can definitely be hard, but I still find it easier to draw feet and hands than mouths. Don't ask me why. It's strange. Started working on pearl drawing, but ended up scratching it. Aw, Edie. You know what? That's fine. Sometimes you have to do the same thing 10 times before you're happy with it. She says as if she wasn't crashing out about the mouth a few minutes ago. What did I say? I'm sorry. I don't remember what I said that caused that comment. Monolo. Hello, I wanted to stop by and say I love your videos. It's really nice writing of characters and it's really oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Manolo? Manolo? Am I saying that right? Long hair, isn't it a pain to like clean? It definitely is. I say as someone who has hair down to past my waist, let's say, or like right at my waist, not past my waist. I wish it was past my waist, but it's just at my all the way at my waist. And Nani? What are your Clip Studio brushes? Oh my gosh, you want to see my Clip Studio brushes? You want to get a look at what I have? Alright, let's see. This is just these up here, just the standard ones. Let me move this over a bit. Try to move it over enough to where you can kind of see. Did I move it over enough? Try to move it like all the way over. No? No. I don't know what I did. Hold on. I'm trying to see how. What did I, okay, for just whatever. Here, I'll move this oh gosh. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. I can't. I'm trying to let me get this. There we go. And I gotta get the chat box out of the way. There we go. Okay, now I can show you. Now I can show you my brushes. All of that just to say that these are just standard brushes that kind of come with the program, and then I downloaded a handful. Right here. In my markers, I have downloaded so many. The pack that I can't recommend enough is called the Friendin brush. But I have downloaded so many brushes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these are my watercolors, but then my thick paint ones. I have so frigging many because I do digital painting that I'm not going to share because that's like my IRL business and stuff, and yeah, I don't want to share all that. Basically, I do digital paintings that mimic real life paintings, and I do real life paintings as well. But I wanted as many brushes as I could to mimic any type of real brush, any type of medium, and I just went nuts after I got the updated Clip Studios paint about 5 years ago, I think. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. And I just downloaded so many brush packs, and most of these that I'm showing you are from one purchase I made called the Friendin brush packs, I think. I just remember that because I actually emailed the guy specifically because I was dumb and I couldn't figure out how to import the brushes, and he personally like kind of explained what to do with them. So this is how many brushes I have, but I hardly ever use anything. It's still loading. Like, I've got so many, and I hardly ever use any of these, and usually when I do, I have to make a note of which one I used to make an effect I liked, because I will never find it again if I don't. So you get the point. I have all of these, and then that was on the wet paint, and then over here on the India ink, I've got all of these. Yeah, and it's pretty fun to play around with because you can make yeah, whatever. Anyway, I want to leave that one. But I have so many. I just have so, oh my gosh, I have so many. And yet, mostly what I use for this, for most of what I use for my artwork is the standard brushes for the channel, at least, is what I do. So anyway, you were like, OMG, I love drawing, it's so calming. I mean, I don't actually crash out, so I might have said something with enthusiasm, but I wasn't crashing out. Merm, it's fine. Your videos with deep meaning, like the afterlife ones. Oh, I'm glad. Not a lot of people liked the afterlife ones. I mean, they didn't. It's not like I got negative reception to those, but they didn't do very well. Brushes galore. Yes. Envious mood. I'm one that marries one type for each type. I would like to download some of yours that have nice feelings. I think I know what you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble deciphering what you mean. You organize them in new tools tabs. Honestly, I would organize a lot more if I actually used all of them, but I use the ones I use, and I know that I'm barely using this program to its potential. I don't even think I've scratched the surface of what I could do with it. I just don't have the time I used to practice with stuff, and since I am not using them as much, I'm just not as organized as I could be. that's just the way it is. So it's not a preference thing. It's just it's just overwhelming, and I would have organized them way better. I do organize. Let's see, where's my special brushes? Over here. I organized these way better. These special effect brushes. I definitely organized these better from what I downloaded into like effect, background, clothing, brush. Mysteria. Anyway, so I did the ones I actually use. I do organize much better. So alright, I think it's time to start coming up with a color scheme for this gal. So, because I think that's all I really need to do. I can put more details later if I really want, but I am ready to merge the layers. I'm ready to merge the layers and see what we got. I guess I should tidy up the ends of her hair, I guess. Let's just say that's all one big swath. And then there's some little pieces coming down here. Whoop. Okay. Hear my husband coughing for his life down the basement. My goodness. I blame Diablo because he's playing out with his friends. Oh, I love this one. I love this track. Oh, this track, it just reminds me of Kekkai Sensen so much. I love it. Too much emphasis on that strand. What did I do here? What did I do? Where's this strand going? That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I think that's good. I'm just gonna close some of these gaps. These tiny little details that no one's gonna see ever, but I know they're there. Don't make my life miserable if I leave any color gaps. I'm gonna be going back over this with whatever color. Because the thing is, I just drew Aurelia as having white hair. But I can't not give a frost dragon white hair, right? I mean, come on. Alright, I'm doing it. Yes. Okay. That's it. It's all on one layer now. Save. Alright, let me look and see what y'all are saying. Let's see. The only thing, I'm sorry if I keep bringing up, it's fine, EP. I remember that it was a few months back, I caused you to get inspired for a Sick Pearl and Ildar audio, and then I, ghosted the server. EP, I haven't forgotten that idea, but I am trying to work that concept into the bigger storyline I have going on. I was all on board and excited about it until I thought out the plotline a little bit more and realized I needed to hold off on that, so don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It's in there somewhere. Manolo, one type of each brush. I tend to use one to sketch and one to ink. It's odd. Sorry for the confusion. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Whoa, what is that hanging flower brush? I could use something like that. I'm not sure. How long do you plan on streaming tonight? Honestly, I really need to cut myself off at midnight. Let's see. Let me take a look at that brush and see if I can get that name for you. This, well, it's in Japanese or Korean. might be Korean. I'm not sure. I literally just go into the assets part of the Clip Studios app, and you can get free assets and free brushes, and that's where all of these came from. All of these cool effects. I've got bushes. You can switch up the color. I mean, just for quick background stuff, there's so much you can get for free. And I just realized I have my eye shield on. Oh, I don't wanna. I hate taking my eye shield off. You know what? No, I'm gonna keep my eye shield on. I've got a yellow filter on my computer. I use it all the time. And yeah, it's very difficult when I'm done with line work and I have to actually see true color. Let's see, let's give her... Alright, I'll take the yellow filter off. I don't think it affects you guys. Oh, jeez. I don't think it affects what you see. I'm not sure. I don't think it does, but for me, yeah. Let's see. Is that lo-fi? Lo-fi is always nice music. Yes. Also, while I'm here, I love the new addition to the Monster Massage series. Very blunt, but well-meaning. It's nice. Thank you, Manolo. I'm glad. Aurelia is going to be interesting. There's a server. I have a Discord server. It's kind of locked behind a Patreon paywall just because I know I'm a very small channel, but I only have one mod right now, and I'm usually not in there a ton, and I didn't want every single subscriber who cared to be kind of flooding in there. It would just be a lot to manage, so my thought process was, if anyone wants to pay for it, they can get in, but I want to keep it small for now. I'd like to open it up at some point, but it's just not manageable right now. You're a small channel? I would consider myself small, yeah. I mean, I think anything under 50,000 to 100,000, that's what I consider big. Eepy, I figured you hadn't forgot about it. I low-key just remembered it and figured I need to let you know. Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. Totally fair. You never know who might show up. Yeah, we haven't had any problems, but again, that's mostly because anyone who's there has paid to be there, and so it's only like the most dedicated of the dedicated, which, I don't know, I've had some people not like the fact that it's behind a paywall, technically, through Patreon, but it's just the way it is. Like I said, I am those normal people living a normal life. I'm not online that much. And so yeah. Alright, let's see. Pardon me, I got a cough. Hopefully I spared y'all from that. Okay, this particular song is creepy. I'm skipping it. I don't like it. It's giving me a creep. And yet this one's called The Attic. As if that's not creepier. Anyway, alright. Okay, water break. I have 20 subscribers. You are a large channel to me. Well, don't worry, because before I started doing ASMR, I was a fanfic channel. That makes sense. And, yeah, it took me several years to get 200 subs, but then I started doing ASMR, and yeah, it shot up. Oh no, I'm dropping my support fox. I have a fox plushie I was using to lean my elbow on. Alright, hold on. I got to get me a better pillow for this. have returned. Okay. Let's see. I've got... I have my nursing pillow, which I have not needed in over 3 years at this point, but I still use this pillow for a lot of stuff. Okay. Oh no! Okay, took my drawing glove off. Found it. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see. You aren't chronically online, which honestly is for the best. It's tough to get out. Yeah, I mean, I watch YouTube a lot, but besides that, I just don't have time to care about stuff. You know, it's like I got my real life to live. ASMR is a very popular genre. Yeah, it is. It really is. Wonder how many plushies T has? Oh my gosh. I've always had some amount of plushies, but now that I have a child, there's just so many in my house. Fanfic, you say? I'm sorry, Malamalosi. I don't know why I said that like Sean Connery. A very crappy Sean Connery. Not judging, just getting flashbacks myself. Yeah, ASMR is definitely popular, especially with the role plays. Fanfic? Yes, I really did make my start, quote unquote start, as I've gotten somewhere, but I've definitely, I wrote fanfiction from the, okay, I've been writing fanfiction so long that we used to call it, what did we used to call, well, we would call them slash fics back in my day online. They were called slash fics. I'll stick with the time-lapse art since I can't do ASMR. Listen, yes, do, absolutely not. I'm sorry, I don't know the context for the last part of that. Sorry. Who's back? Welcome back who? Oh, me. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind in the chat. I understand. What is this character? And who is this new love? Oh, hi Jason! Glad to have you here. When did Connery become your partner? Dang slash fics. Yes, that's how long it's this. I was writing fanfiction from the time I was 9 years old, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know why I was having these feelings. It was just very adolescent stuff. All right, I'm just gonna jump in here and start splashing color on things. All right. She is an ice dragon, so okay. So this character, let's just go with a really. Let's go very, very pale. You can always add stuff later, but so this character, I know most of you have been here the whole time, but she's going to be an ice dragon who has been attacked. Her inner fire that allows her to basically be okay in the cold is dying out, and she will freeze and die, even though she can control ice and stuff if you don't help her. So that's the basic character, and I had said earlier I wrote this script for someone else. They never used it. They hadn't used it in, it had been years, like at least a year. I think maybe my sense of time is so warped, but it had at least been a year, maybe 2. And I asked him if he'd ever recorded it because I wanted to hear it, and never had. And I said, well, could I use it? And he said sure. So I don't really have a ton of lore for her beyond what I wrote for him. And also, I think I could easily work this into my Dragonverse that I have currently. I know there's probably some very clever way to keep these corners from being open like this. I already do the expansion thing with the capture tool or whatever, but if anyone knows how and it's quick and simple, let me know. It's like fill lines or something, I don't know. You know what, I'm just gonna, here, I need this to be all one, so I'm just gonna do that. Then I'll, let's do, I don't just want to stick with, I do love blues. I do love a good blue and white frosty color scheme. So maybe I do want to go with all blues and whites. Oh, okay, cool. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, there we go. I do love me a good icy blue color scheme. Let's see. Did I do a good enough shot? Oh, I did. Good. Okay, good. Anyway, so what I was rambling about was, yeah. I'm going to... I recorded the script months ago at this point, and I just reached a point where I had to stop. I just had to stop everything. I had to stop this channel, Patreon, everything. I just had to take a long break, and now I'm glad that I had her recorded, because now all I have to worry about is the artwork and the editing. And the recording was definitely the hardest. Well, the editing is always the hardest out of any production, at least for me. But the recording was a lot of fun, and it was difficult because I had to sound like I was shivering most of the time. I'm trying to remember if I did an accent or not. I think I did. I think I did a British accent for her. Again, it's been so long I can't really remember. But I figured I had her in my back pocket, and a new kind of monster-ish character would probably do better than the emo girl, since the emo girl didn't do very well in the beginning in the first place. So, which is kind of a shame, because I really liked recording the emo girl's character. That was fun because she was just kind of monotone, and I didn't have to. I don't want to say I didn't have to put effort in, because it actually takes a lot of effort to be monotone if you think about it. But it was easier. I will definitely, I'm not gonna act like it wasn't easier because she was so monotone. I was like, oh, this would be easier, but nope. Apparently people don't like goth chicks as much as I thought. Or maybe if I had just redesigned her a little bit, people wouldn't have minded her as much. Whoop. Ooh, what if I gave her... I'm just a sucker for the black eyes, but I already did that with Vervain. I don't want to do that too soon. Okay, hold on. This bag has the storm inside. We cannot let the treasure rumor fly. We'll try. Got epic on the brain. I was weightlifting today, and I'm telling you, if you've never weightlifted while listening to epic, you're missing out. Or at least exercised. I'm sure anyone who exercises and listens to music has exercised to epic before. And if you haven't, you are no friend of mine. Or something, I don't know. Alright. Okay, let's get this gal some clothes. Could do... really like a good maroon. Contrast with the blue really nicely. The best thing about this is I don't have a hugely fleshed out, I don't have such a specific idea for her that I have to care so much about the color scheme or, the patterns on anything. It just doesn't matter as much to me because I'm not as attached to her. Half the time the characters you're the most attached to are the ones people don't care about as much. Not all the time. Definitely there are times when characters I love the most resonate with the most people, but it's definitely not every time. It's definitely not as often as I would like, but that's all good. I would like to try and bring people more of what they want. I should change the title of this stream. I am not doing any kind of lullabies at all. Someone's gonna be like, what? All 5 people who are thinking about joining. Let's see. Let's see. Traditional is scraps. Scraps of clothing left, I tell you. Do and do do do. I hear the chat going off. I'll look in a second. Okay, put her skin back on. Oh, the horns. Oh, I missed some skin. Oops. Dang it. Frig. Alright, hold on. Dag. Flab it. Okay. There we go. I hate when that happens. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Clean this up a bit. Clean up these little pixels that literally no one is gonna see. Okay. Now let's see what chat's saying. I gotta scooch back. Fanfiction is still fun to read and write. It's so true. I fell in love with, because literally originally I was writing Lord of the Rings fanfiction before I knew what it was called. And, that was back when I was like 10 to 13, 14. Embarrassing, but I think everyone goes to that phase. And I didn't write it again until college because one of my friends encouraged me, and then I wrote like a really long Black Butler fanfiction. I don't want to talk about it. Well, I wrote a lot of Black Butler fanfiction, but the first one I wrote was, what did I call it? Crap. Oh my gosh, what was it called? I never finished it. People got really ticked at me because I never finished it. We're going back to like 2012, 2013. I think it's been that long. Whatever, I was never finished. Let's see. Who would be so cruel to a lovely dragon girl? Well, that's what I have to figure out. Again, Dragonverse, where? I call any stories that I have that have dragon characters in them are all on different points of the timeline that I call the Dragonverse. Do you know D&D by any chance? I mean, I know of D&D. Yes, I've never played it. Yeah, I've never played it, but I know about it. If you click on the little lighthouse icon, it makes a layer reference, and you can fill it in. Instruction panic, instruction panic. I'll look at it later. What if she was a friend or ally to Ildar, and her fallout attack is what wakes Ildar up from his pride and ego and makes him realize he was in actual danger? Not a bad idea. Editing is definitely a pain, but recording is great. Oh, it's so true. Cozy! Hi! Glad to see you here. I'm sorry I'm late reading your message. Agent Warrior X, I wonder if there's any more Naga's tongue-flicking videos. Listen, Agent Warrior X, do you have any idea how much time it took me to get just the first one out? Patience. I am working on it. Who know like goth chick? Who know like goth chicks? Goth chicks are awesome. It's not that no one liked her, but the viewership just was not high enough to spend time on it because my time is again, I have a child, so it's I just have to pick and choose. I have to get down to the numbers sometimes. I put like my passion projects usually end up on Patreon or they take longer to marinate, so they don't come out as quickly. So, thank you for looking. Ooh, color choice, artwork and vibing crafts. Some swirly blue tattoos would look nice on her. I do love tattoos. I love putting tattoos on my characters. Yeah. When she said she'll change the title since she's not doing it Lullabies, I was like, aw, shucks. I mean, I should probably change it. I don't want to make people think I'm gonna. I mean, if anyone wants me to start humming lullabies, I will, but I'm just kind of talking a lot. So, alright, back to this gal. Let's get some shading so she doesn't look like just a snowflake. Thing is, this is in a glade or a clearing at night. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back and change some of these shading choices. But I'm just messing around, having a good time right now. I always want to do this really cold color scheme, and then I usually always end up going warmer because I just find warmer color schemes more cozy. However, again, this is, well, it is supposed to be like a really cold, snowy, frosty night, so whatever, I'll figure it out once I get the, I'll figure it out once I just get the color layers in place. I am being really sloppy with this one. I'm just kind of there. Sometimes that's just how it goes. You just gotta slap something together and try crazy things and see what happens. Like, no shade to anyone who uses solid black lines, but I waited way too long to even think about using colored line work. It was just not a thing I contemplated, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have been so much better so much sooner, personally, if I had learned about it, I guess, or even thought about it. And then when I started using it, it was so exciting. So my point is, you just gotta try crazy stuff, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, at least you know. But you'll never know until you try! Oh gosh. Alright. If you don't try, you'll never know. Alright. I have all the colors down, so now I can make it dark. And coming. It's like snowy. It's a little too soft to be snow, but whatever. I'm just trying to get some semblance of a background in place to help with the color scheme. Sometimes I have to do that. Not very often, but this time I feel like I have to because, again, this is like dead of night, and then someone shows up with a lantern. From this angle, they'd be right around here-ish, like the color source, or the color source. The light source would be sort of around here somewhere. I have the shading coming through it. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's a good reference point. Again, I don't have to do this terribly often, but it helps. It helps at times. Let's do, instead of doing solid black, let's just do a very dark. That's too light. Dark navy. Let's just and while we're at it, let's just, oh, come on, Clip Studios. Okay. Just Oh, that's way too much. It's way too much snow. Come on. Okay, just to give me some frame of reference here. So let's see. This right now is the shading. What if I did... This is so predictable, but I did like... Oh, it just doesn't look as good. Okay, I have to at least try like a dark purple, maybe. Oh, that really shows some imperfections in the... That's a little better. Just a little bit better, maybe. I'll figure that out later. Definitely heard chat go off. I will read chat. I'll read chat in a second. I wish I could be more entertaining right now. Randomly self-conscious about not being entertaining enough. Especially to anyone just listening. Okay, should be good enough to get started at least. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get up here to this gal's eyes and get her some shading going on in her eyes. At least in the whites of the eyes. Let's do more of a dark blue. That looks better. Yeah. Eye color. I definitely... I usually always do like yellowish. I'll come back to that in a second. Okay. But yeah, for the eyes, I always seem to do yellow for dragons. What if I did like pink? That would be a cool color combo. Blue and pink. Just go full anime with it. Yeah, it looks kind of sick. And then I could do like... Oh, that's... I wanted to do like a really bright... That might be too much, I don't know. We'll see when we zoom out. Might be okay. Look at the skin. Let's start going through the color wheel here and just trying things. It's pretty basic. I don't know. Going through the color wheel. She's too pink. Don't like that. So why don't we try like a light lavender. Oh, that works a little bit better. Maybe we could... Let's do... Oh, that looks pretty... I like that. I think I like that a lot. I can always do like some warm highlights. Indicate... Oh, that doesn't work because she's so white. She's so white that any highlights from the lantern or whatever would show up as... I guess I could do highlights. That's the only problem with drawing a very pale character is where in the heck, how do you get the highlights to show up? Oh gosh, I don't know, man. I want her to be super pale. Let me look at her hair. Maybe her hair should be a dark color. Her hair is like... What if her hair is like a dark blue? Let's go darker. We did that, and then we kind of have the highlights through there. Oh, that looks... well, you get what I'm saying. Let me just save that for a second. Let me catch up on chat while I look. Oh, wait, before I check up on chat. I gotta figure out... oh no. Yeah, figure out the horns. I'll just whoops. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I just need to slap some kind of color into the horns. Let's just go with like kind of steely gray just to get something put down. I can always change it. I don't hate that actually. Actually, I like that so much to have an idea. Why don't we do this? And then here. Whoops. I think I actually like that a lot better than having the bright wings. I can always add highlights and bring out some brighter tones and stuff. But I like that because then that will complement these. The nails being the same color as the wings and the horns will work really well. After I do this, I promise I'll check up on chat. If I missed anything super important, I'm sorry. Let's fill those toenails in, girl. I would suggest some light filing, perhaps. Maybe some buffing. Because, girl, you're gonna tear your socks with those. Okay, I think that's the end of my playlist, actually. Oh, nope. Well, yes, but... okay, now I'll get rid of... there we go. Something a little more... something closer to that, I think. I'm not crazy about the eyes anymore. Well, not that I ever was super crazy about the eyes, but... I have lavender. Let's see. Let's just try something crazy and see. Ugh. That actually works a little better because... yeah, okay, I'm gonna save that. And now I'll catch up on chat, I promise. See what y'all have been saying. Okay, what did I miss? Oh my gosh, I missed a lot. Oh my gosh, I missed a lot. Okay, let's see. I love how no one's asking for lullabies. We just love chatting. Oh yeah, I was gonna change the name of the stream. Okay, hold on. I gotta change the name of the stream. Dragon Girl Artwork. And I'm just not gonna put anything in the description box. If you're here, then you're reading this. Good for you. You win the gold star. LOL. Okay. There. Okay, now I can catch up. Alright, see. Cozy K-Boy, thank you. I understand completely, though. You don't have to do something you don't feel up to doing. Also, it's okay if you didn't notice my message earlier. I came in to the stream late anyway. I have to confess, I always did like that shade of blue. Drawing a girl swinging on scissors. What? What? Eepy, you're drawing a girl swinging on scissors? Okay. Interesting. Love supporting artists. Thank you, Cozy. Always loved dragons so much. Same. I have a story of a celestial dragon goddess of my own. Of course. Who doesn't? That's beautiful. It's so pretty. Oh, darker blue maybe. Background blah 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 blah. This is giving me an idea for your House of Healing series. Oh, that's what you're calling it? Ah, cool. Eepy, if you're gone, I'm sorry. I missed saying goodbye to you. Oh, Eepy's still here. Blue highlights. Okay, people are just talking about the artwork. Blah blah blah. Sleepy tea. Yes, it's true. I have probably about like 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to wrap up. I was just gonna do Aurora Borealis for the hair. Oh gosh, no, I don't have that much. I don't want to pour that much time into this. Hey, we got. Hi, Rosa. Okay, Eepy. Thank you for being here for this long. It's always fun to have Discord members in. Okay, let's see. Let's see about these eyes. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Let's see. I just don't know about that. I thought I'd try the pink, but I'm not feeling it. Oh, but I always do like gold on dragons. I don't know. Green is tricky. Gotta throw in some yellowish. I don't know. I'm just. Okay, hold on. I gotta get at this hair. Gotta get some shading in this hair. Whoops. Oh no, did I do that there? Crap. Okay. There, that's what I meant. There we go. I'm getting to the point where I'm not really saying a whole lot of importance. Of course, do I ever say anything of importance? I don't know. Okay, I gotta flip this gal. I haven't flipped in a long time. She's like, you flipped me. I know. Every time I flip, there's imperfections, and that's on purpose, because your brain tunes it out if you don't flip. But I just don't care enough to fix it. Alright, let's see. Am I getting to shading? I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, that's why I'm missing something. Alright. Let's say I gotta select. This is how we do it. I'm so old. Okay. Is anyone old enough to remember, or was ever at a time in their life where they used to watch the Howie Mandel show, like, at all? That was just like a random thing that popped back into my head. I don't even remember what the show was about. I just remember the intro music. lost and I should not be doing hair this early. I tell myself that I'm not gonna do the hair detailing too soon because it's the fun part, and I feel sometimes like I don't get to do the fun part until I've earned it. But whatever. I'm just going ahead and doing what I can to give me more of an idea of this gal. I think I did. I don't think I renamed her. I think I did give her the same name that we agreed on. The original guy who was going to use this script. I think I did call her Faust, which sounds very German, and I'm here for it. I have a lot of German in my blood. Well, okay, I have a lot of German in my family. In my blood, I think I'm mostly like Irish, English, Scottish, with a dash of German. But, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm tired. I think my point was Faust. I liked how it sounded kind of like Faust. Faust! And, yeah. Oh, gosh. Just reminded me of Black Butler Season 2. Ugh. Claude Faustus. They thought they were clever with that one. Ugh, give me a friggin' break. I'm too old to be speaking like that. I'm too old to have beef with anime. Talked to my dad, and he's a boomer, and he's just like, he likes every movie that he's ever seen. Like, I don't, even the movies that he knows are stupid, he's just like, man, that was so good. It's like, yeah, it's stupid, but man, it was so good. The CGI was good. Just like, he does not have a bad thing. What was it? He told me today, he said, have you ever seen Gladiator 2? And I legitimately don't know anything about Gladiator 2 except hearing people say that it's bad. And he was like, yeah, I watched it the other night. He's like, man, that's a great movie. And I was like, I've only heard bad things. He's like, no, it's great. It's a different story, different cast, different blah, blah. And I'm just like, you're so easy to please. Part of me is like, we millennials and up or down generationally, whatever you want to talk about, we have time to surround and overanalyze everything, so I get it. I'm like, that's cool. You can just enjoy what you want to enjoy. Sometimes I have trouble with that, but I can wave off things I like. Okay, let's see. Okay, I wanted to go with this maroon, but I'm thinking now I might make it even darker and not as red. Just go really dark with this whole color palette. I think I really like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Wing. Let's get some darker shadows. In the shadow of your... Oh, okay, that didn't work. That did not work. Too green. I hate going with just solid black, but sometimes you just gotta. Come on. Let's get some of that shading in there. Let's get some of that good shading. You know what's... I just now thought about something. I was definitely gonna give her, like, a bloody wing. Like, because this would I really do think this would be bloody, but I wonder if YouTube would, not like that. And then if so, I wonder how I can convey that this wing is legitimately torn up, burned. I don't know. Crap, I didn't think about that till just now. I don't know. At this point, this is all very rough, because I'm just... Okay. Just leave that for now. Let's get to the other side, and then I'm gonna do a little bit on her horns maybe, and then I'm gonna call it a night. This is rapidly falling into the ugliest stage, what I call the ugliest stage, where it's like it's sort of starting to come together, but there's still so much to do. It's like it almost looks cohesive, but there's just not enough done to it yet. So it's the ugliest phase. Even the flat color stage, which I think is very ugly, isn't as ugly as this, where it's like not quite one or the other. Where are the horns? Why aren't the horns on the same? Okay, I'm gonna put the wings and the horns on the same layer so that I can do this. Oh no, it has begun. Okay. Okay, that's better. It's so much better. Yes, it's so much better. At least don't hate it. I might have to make the line work a lot darker though. I'm just now thinking, let's see, what color? What did I have here? Let's go a couple shades darker. I hate... okay, not hate, that's the wrong word. I strongly dislike... What if we went brighter? I always want to do this and it just never looks good when I want to do bright. Okay, now that's just that's awesome, but no, it's not what I want. let's flip her over and see. That actually does look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that. How is that? Wait a minute. What did I... Yeah, somehow I ended up with almost the exact same color for this line work as for the shading, and that's how this happened. Let's see if I can... Am I actually considering this? I guess I am. I actually considering this. Alright, well, now you can't see. Now her hand just like melts into her... I can't do that. It's not gonna work. But what if? Oh, I don't know. Gosh, now I'm rethinking things. It's too late for me to be having to make decisions. I think it might just be too much. I'm just gonna let her hang out there for a second while I look at chat. Okay, I see. Mr. Boyo! You're here! Let's see. Oh my gosh, I missed so much. Alright, hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, EP had one last question. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner, EP. Do you have anything planned for the Cat Dad series? Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's just, it's going to take a lot of time and energy. In case you're wondering, no, I'm not going to get... the next audio is not going to be their wedding. They have to meet Derek's parents in person, and that's just an undertaking I don't have in me yet. A dragon or a phoenix girl does fire cupping therapy. Heated stones. I did think about the heated stones for later, possibly. I don't know about a dragon girl. I did have this brief headcanon of this character that I'm drawing now. Instead of putting her in the Dragonverse, put her in it. Like the consistency might not, or the consistency, the continuity might not quite line up. But I did think it would be funny if someone was like, "Oh, do you need a job?" and then they just took her to Repent's place. It was like, learn how to do this trade. But I don't think that's the direction I'm going. All right, let's see. I think she mentioned earlier she has to put it on pause because of finances. Yeah, that's another thing. Is that I'm just trying to save as much as I can right now. I had to put all of my Patreon money towards something else. I don't want to get into it, but basically all the money I had from my Patreon that usually goes to pay the voice actors and kind of, is part of my profit, I had to put it all toward real life things, which I have done before, but I mean, I needed all of it. It's just the way it went. And we still need a new vehicle, so it's just anything that involves paying other people. I have paid a couple of people for a couple of things since then, but I'm just, if I can do it myself, like on this channel, and make money this way, I just have to put everything else on pause for a while. These last videos. Mr. Boyo, Spooky Dookie, hello, how you doing? Nobody's too old to have beef with anime. Yeah, sorry, that was a while ago, sorry. Torn wing, ouchers, yeah. Maybe leave super pale on her skin. Oh, that's a good idea, EP. Poor dragon woman, I just want to give her a hug. He's not ugly. I want dragon lady hugs. Let's shall grant the dragon lady endless hugs and love. Just read out your guys' comments and voices. The only one I've picked on so far has been Mr. Boyo13. Yeah, I know there's some unfilled parts. Alright, it's I know it's bugging you. Oh, Ronald, hello. Started watching a channel after the first octopus massage. Yep, so did everyone else. It's been fun seeing a variety of monster girls. Any chance of a slime girl in the future? Possibly, but I don't know what a slime girl could do that, that Aurelia couldn't, or that Repent couldn't, so I can't really think of anything different that she could do, like, therapy-wise. Alright, bye-bye, Eepy. Thank you for being here for this long. Let's see, what time is it? Octopus woman / sailor for real. I mean, that's kind of what it is, but alright. It is basically midnight. And, okay, I'm coming back to this and looking at this, and now I'm just like, I'm just like, Again, I usually don't like going super dark, but it is a very dark scene. Like, it's actually at night. So this definitely has to be darker. I don't know. Again, she's not doing too well, so she's not super... Can't talk. Ooh. She's not looking her best. That's basically my point. I wanted her to look fierce, but not necessarily pretty, if that makes sense. She is no delicate flower. Just messing around. I need to go to bed. Oh. Oh, the train's making a cameo, you guys. What has happened? Okay, that's not that. That is this. So it's not that there weren't parts filled in, it's just that I overfilled the wing. Well, there's definitely some parts that aren't completely filled in, but what am I doing? No time for. Oh. No, I said this. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. I do know there's some spot like way up here somewhere. I thought there was. Doesn't matter now. Okay. Where's your shading? Where'd your shading go? What did I do with the shading layer? There we go. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, let's get rid of that. Don't need that. What? No. Did I merge those two together? Oh, when did I do that? Did I just do that? Ah, frig it all. Okay. Alright, not to panic. Not to panic. Oh, so, Okay, that was a little misadventure, but we're back. We're so back. Now, there's your shading. Alright, now I can get back to doing this. See, it all gets fixed in the end. Just I said I was kind of slapping this together. It's in a rough stage. Oh, this is one of my favorite tracks in my whole like streaming music library. Toes. Okay. You know, if this is over her foot, I guess this would cast a shadow, wouldn't it? Okay. Alright. I keep saying I'm gonna go and then I find reasons not to. Alright, let's see. I want to see about this idea that EP had about making the wing kind of more pale. I think I have an idea. Oops. Wait a minute. Oh crap. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can do. There we go. There we go. I could do like if it was like pale, but then kind of. Not speaking again. Sorry, guys. Concentrating. back to the beginning of the playlist. Alright, so where I was mumbling is if we did this, because I really liked BB's idea. It's like, yeah, it's pale, but then if we added just a tinge of pink in here to indicate like blood flow or lack of blood flow or whatever. So let's take this really pale. Let's just see what this. Let's just see if we can see if this. We do like. If we do speaking with the words and things and speaking. Let's see. Let's just fiddle around with this idea. We did like, screw that. Yo, screw that! I'm just gonna try this. Let's just get some dark. Let's just see what this. I mean, come on. That's gotta be better. That's gotta be better. And then go along, erase some parts of it to make it darker, lighter, and I'll go back in and throw some more details in, but come on, that's so much better. That's so much better. Gotta have some dark red blood. I keep saying I'm gonna go and then I don't go. It's because it's in such an ugly stage. It's hard. But I should stop because if I keep going, I'm just gonna end up redoing it later anyway. So, you know what? Yeah, this is just kind of where she is for now. And this is just gonna have to be where she is for a while. Oh, you know what? Well, it makes sense. Okay, where the heck did I put these highlights? Because they are way too high. Okay, there we go. There we go. She's definitely beat up. Oops. Okay, hold on. Just trying to get my layers in place. Okay, there we go. You know, I have done kind of a bloody vampire artwork before, so I feel like this would be okay. Let's see. No, I liked it before. A little bit of both. Oh, I have to go to bed. Okay. That is better. This line is not bothering me because I feel like it looks too long. Which means... I'm so far behind on chat, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, this is it's so ugly when you're just getting some good details down, but it's also so unfinished. It's just the ugliest thing. But anyway, okay. Mr. Boyo. That's the first thing I saw when coming back. Let's see. Alright, hold on. I gotta scooch back up. Oh my gosh, I gotta catch up. Head out, bye-bye, we said bye. Oh, I missed saying goodbye to Mr. Boyo, 13! And Malamalozy. I love money! I'm imagining a metal massage with a little bit of uh-oh. Is that on my end? Oh my gosh, I started getting a bunch of fuzz in my audio. What the heck? Where'd that come from? What did I... Hold on. No, I still have fuzz. I don't know what the heck happened. I just got like a ton of fuzz in my audio on mine. Anyway, let's see. I'm imagining a mental massage via a little bit of possession, similar to a symbiote, just breaking down emotional walls. Interesting. I loved rewatching the two mommies take care of Nico Listener. It brings me such peace since I haven't had a good mother figure, so thank you for that audio. Aw, I'm glad that it made you happy, Rosie. Dragons and heat just get sadly just fit. Sad. My Little Pony. You know, I tried. I tried to watch My Little Pony, I think while I was pregnant, and I just couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it. I'm in my 30s. No shade to anyone, but I tried, and it just got on my nerves. Alright, let's see. Cozy Cave. Grind never stops. Thumbnail grind never stops. MLMG massage is magic. Okay. Mr. Boyo 13, I don't think you understand. I say I'm gonna go to sleep, then I don't go to sleep. What about that don't you get through your thick 13 skull? I don't know, I couldn't think of something clever to say. I know I need to go to sleep, I know. She worked herself to exhaustion. It's more like I work myself to stupidity, but thank you. Entertainer till the bitter end. Oh, I'm glad you think of me like that, Mr. Boyo. I better entertain you, Mr. Boyo. 'Cause if I don't entertain you, then I have nothing else to do this business for. I still don't know where this random dead air and fuzz came from in my audio. It was fine till just a second ago. Okay. Aw, thank you guys. Gotta get T-Drop a second monitor. I know, I literally am just working from my laptop and my XP Pen tablet. Yes, money. I like money. That's what my husband says whenever he has to work overtime and we're upset about it, and we just say that, and that's how we cope. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Boyo 13. I thought you had departed. And by departed, I mean went to sleep. I thought I heard you say Goodbye. That's why. Sorry. I thought I read that you had said goodbye or something. Maybe you were just saying goodbye to Evie and I misread it. It was nice to meet you all before bed. Take care of yourselves. The world is better with you in it. Even you. Yes, even you. I lurk now. I lurk now. Ronald is gonna lurk, y'all. Not gonna lie, I'm getting close to falling asleep. Would it help if I spoke even slower and softer? Your eyes are getting heavy. The world's just unfolding around you softly. Okay, almost done reading. Let's see. Thanks for joining us. Understandable. Entertaining to watch and listen to. Thank you. Why would I stop if it relaxes you? I've been wanting to do some true ASMR streams, but I don't know if anyone would listen to those. That made you laugh? What made you laugh, Mr. Boyo? What did I miss? What did I say? How am I funny? Okay, alright. Y'all have stared at this for long enough. I'm going to... Here's my just chatting. Chatting. Here we go. Okay, now let's look. Let's see. It'll be funny if T-Drop just drops an art stream and talks in her soft voice. Half the chat will be asleep. That was my plan, but unfortunately my stream of consciousness, I can't keep up an ASMR voice as much as I'd like to while I stream. So that was the idea when I started doing these, and it quickly devolved into me just doing silly accents. T-Drop, you're making me sleepy. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're not thinking of curling up in a nice, soft bed, laying your head gently to a cool, crisp pillow, breathing in the smell of linens, getting just situated the way you like. Closing your eyes, letting all the heavy stress of the day just pour down and drip right off you. Just drip right off you. Drip right off you. Let all that stress drain down and off. It looks like Mr. Boyo has gone to a better place. And by that I mean snooze. Why can't you go to sleep? You know, I think someone mentioned that would be a great character, like a sleep temptress. I mean, it would be like, it would be pretty torturous, kind of, but it would be a fun character to play. Like the some kind of entity that is always taunting you to go to sleep when you really, really need to. So it's actually it's doing a good thing to try and get you to go to sleep. It's torturous because you have to stay up, and it's just like trying to get you to. You know, you can just call me Boyo. Mister is too formal. Okay, Boyo. You trying to tell me something? You trying to tell me what to call you? Mr. Boyo. I'll call you whatever I want. I could call you Boyo, or I could call you History. I don't know, that was so lame. You're making me tired. God, I can't believe that's actually making me tired. My eyes feel heavy. Good luck on your essay. Yeah. Whenever I'm really stressed, what helped me fall asleep was, hold on, this music is, I've got to find a better track for this. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find headphones. Here we go. Nothing more relaxing than Tibetan singing bowls. To do an ASMR with that mafia voice. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm gonna make you sleep with the fishes? I'm just here to help you sleep. Anyway, what helps me when I have trouble falling asleep and when I need to de-stress, if I'm laying in my bed, closing my eyes, is I like to imagine that all of my tension, starting from my head, all the tension starts rolling down my body. All the weight and the heaviness and the stress just rolls down from my head onto my shoulders, and then that stress starts melting, rolling down my shoulders. That heavy stress is melting, dripping right off, And then if there's more stress in the center of my body, again, I just imagine it kind of bubbling up. If there's like a hard knot of stress in my throat or in my chest, I imagine it melting, bubbling up, and pouring out. I haven't had to do that in a long time, but that's what helped me when I first started struggling with insomnia, was just visualizing my stress as something, because usually my stress manifests as like a hard knot in my throat or in the center of my chest or my heart racing. So if I visualized it as like a hard mass that started melting and rolling off me, then that turned my stress into relaxation. I was turning my stress into relaxation, taking that hard knot of stress and letting it melt away, turning it into relaxation. Mr. Boyo, I appreciate that you like my advice. Everyone's in here talking about exam papers and school. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I'm so old. Have you ever fell asleep for a second while driving? Hi, Earthy Beast. I don't know if I've said hi to you. I don't think I've seen you pop up in chat before. Hi. I've never actually fallen asleep, but I have definitely almost been so tired that I was like, I do not know how I'm going to get home. I don't know how I'm going to keep my eyes open, because for the last 10 years, I've traveled around to different states to sell at conventions, actually. I've met one T-Drop fan in the wild so far, because I had promotional bookmarks of my characters, but anyway, so I've had to drive a lot in the last 10 years, and there's definitely been times where I'm driving state to state, and I'm just like, I cannot keep my eyes open. Grandma ASMR, yes. My biggest fear of driving is that my brain or reality lags behind and a car crashes me. Yeah, it's not fun when that happens. I don't want to talk about it much, but just over a year ago, my son and I actually got T-boned at full speed at a stop sign. Someone blew right through it, T-boned us. And, yeah. I'm sure, pretty much everyone I've talked to since then has either been in a crash or has told me about someone that they know who's been in a crash. The fact that we walked away from it was nothing short of a miracle. So I'm not, and the thing is, I was actually, why is the Wi-Fi so bad? It's bad, it's affected. What? Imagine an instant crash and your brain goes, why is the Wi-Fi so bad? It's so bad, it's affecting life. No, it's not exactly what it's like. You'd know if you get smacked, if you get hit by a car, you'll know. That's the loudest sound I've ever heard in my life. If a car hits into yours, you will know. It's like a bomb going off. Yeah, and it was that statistic is correct. It was literally a couple houses down from my childhood home, so it was within very close range of home, which is, they say that most of the accidents happen within a mile of your home, and maybe not technically where I live, but what is considered home to me, yes. Yeah, my son, he was just over a year old. He was in the back, and we were able to go home that night, and it was, yeah. The fact that there were no broken bones, the other people were really banged up. We're still in the middle of, our lawyers and stuff, talking it over, but anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go down a super serious route. It's hard. It's hard when that's brought up, but don't worry, I'm not triggered or anything like that. I only get triggered going through that intersection because I have to, because my childhood home, my parents are literally 3 houses down from that intersection, and I only had a major panic attack one time after going through it. Now it's a lot better, but I definitely do have a knee-jerk reaction at intersections sometimes. I don't trust that people are going to stop anymore. It can get rough, and especially if someone else is driving. My husband's driving, and I think someone's going to come out, and smack us. I'll jump, and my husband's like, I'm sorry, but it's not bad. It's not bad. We recovered really well. We had a good support system, and I'm not, there's way more traumatizing things that can happen to a person. So, that sounds awful. Poor Dewdrop. I'm glad you and your son's okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was like I said, it was a miracle. Car was totaled. Every single window was broken. Every single airbag deployed. The front driver's side of the engine, the car was just scrunched up. It was just gone. It's crazy. For my work, I drive a lot and I get ippy. Get ippy? Don't judge me. Oh, I don't judge you at all. Like I said, I totally understand because I used to have to drive hours at a time. See, to me, I have a very low tolerance for driving. If I have to drive more than 3 hours, I get antsy and I get annoyed. I can. If I have something I'm engaged, to listen to that I'm engaged, in, like, to focus on, pay attention to, but yeah. Happy your child's okay. Thank you. Yeah, he was so brave through the whole thing. But I was literally, it sounds extremely cliche. You see it in movies all the time. If there's an action scene or something and a mom is like, my baby, like, that's kind of cliche, but that's exactly what happened as soon as I got my wits about me, because I had a concussion. I was conked out. I was knocked out for a good chunk of minutes. I don't even really know how long it felt like. It all happened in 1 second, but I didn't wake up until I didn't come to until people were on the scene already. And the first thing I registered, besides the thought to breathe, like, the first thing in my head was feeling my head kind of spin down, and I smelled kind of this whatever smoke there was left, and my brain just said breathe, breathe. And so I just taken deep breaths, and then the first thing registered was my son screaming, and literally as soon as I could talk, I had bit my tongue really hard. I didn't know how far I bit my tongue through, but the first thing I could say when I heard voices was my baby, my baby, my baby, because I didn't know. I was just so scared, but he was fine. He had a couple bruises, but he was fine. And I'm talking little bruises, like just from the car seat straps, because it had kind of flung him forward, and I was really worried his legs would be hurt, but he was fine. Like I said, we both went home that night and slept in our own bed. It was crazy. Hey, going to bed? Okay, I need to wrap this up. I know I'm just rambling, but okay. Love you. Night night. Okay, let's see. I'm so tired. I haven't gotten into an accident because of it. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to just instantly trauma. Like, I always tell everyone, like, this isn't a place to trauma dump, and here I am. Well, I don't consider it trauma dumping so much. It's just, I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not over here like, oh, feel sorry for me, because literally, I'm fine. I'm fine, and they were like, do you need to talk to a therapist or whatever? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, this happened, that happened. It's okay. And literally, like, everyone I know has either been in an accident or known someone who's been in an accident, so people just were coming out of the woodwork to tell me their stories. So it's not like, it's probably one of the easiest ways to get hurt. It's crazy. Anyway, thank you for the stream. Oh, you're welcome. Good night, Ronald. It's okay, it's all good. Thank you. Yeah, I like to strike this balance in the chat, especially of just being like, we can talk about things, but I don't think any public forum should be used as any kind of therapy. It gets so messy. And like I said, I'm very well adjusted. I'm fine. I'm just sharing what happened. Don't feel off about saying this sort of stuff. Art streams have commentary, silly, other times real life stuff. Yeah. I mean, legitimately, besides, I got COVID twice, and that, I used to say that was the worst thing I've ever gone through, because for some people it didn't affect them very much, but for me, it was like, I felt like I was dying. It was so bad. The second time I got it, it was bad, but not as bad as the first time, but this, even besides COVID, this was, that accident was the worst thing I've ever been through in my life. It was horrible. And, I have a tattoo. It took me a whole year, and I got a tattoo that I designed. I took about 3 months to design it after I decided I was going to get one. Like 1 month to design it, then I scheduled with an artist, and I spent another month and a half or so tweaking it. And I got a tattoo on my leg where I was hurt the most. I thought for sure my collarbone was broken. I don't know how my collarbone was broken. It felt like my collarbone was broken. But the only tattoo that I've gotten, and probably the only one I'll ever get, is on my leg where I was the most hurt. And I call it my testament tattoo. It's a testament that I survived, and it's got some elements of like shattered glass on it. It's like a butterfly. Yeah, it was that impactful because I always wanted a tattoo, but I was determined. I'm like, I am not putting anything permanent on my body that I don't want, like, absolutely feel like I want this to be with me forever. But that was one that I was like, I could have died that day and I did not, and so I'm putting it on my body forever. I remember getting in a car accident with me, my mom, my twin sister, on our way to private school. Thankfully, neither of us got hurt. We were hit in the back of the car. Oh, someone rear-ended you? Oh, gosh. Oh, it's so much... it's so much worse being on... Like, I'm sure... I don't know if anyone's, like, rear-ended someone else or been, but it's just when you are the one who is hit, it just... It just comes out of nowhere. You don't see it coming. COVID was the one massive literal headache. Felt like my brain was trying to break free. Yes! 3 days I was miserable. After that, I was congested for about a week. Yes, the headache. Oh my gosh. I've had migraines off and on my whole life, usually for allergy reasons or probably diet reasons too. And COVID, it was the worst headache I've ever had in my life. That's what sent me to the ER, was how bad my headache was. But thankfully, I actually threw up at the ER, and the headache weirdly got way better after that. So thankfully, it didn't stick around for 3 days. So that's, oh my gosh, I can't imagine having that for that long. I'm sorry that happened to you. The lady who crashed us wasn't okay and ended up going to the hospital. Oh, yeah. When I had COVID, felt like it was a cold. Well, you're one of the lucky ones, Rosa. Like, pretty much everyone I know has gotten it. And yeah, some people literally were like, oh yeah, it was just a cold. It was no big deal. Like, they didn't even have to take anything for it. But I also don't know if we can trust all the tests and stuff, but whatever. But Cozy, yeah, if someone hits you, that person is more likely to have the injuries like the other person. There were 2 people in the car who hit us, and they had to and both of them had to have a lot of work done, but the passenger in the car had, I mean, they were both elderly. They were both like over 70 years old, and the passenger in the other car, from my lawyers tell me, she had to have like 3 surgeries. She had to go to physical therapy, like, to learn to walk again. Like, it was bad. And I feel so bad for her that she, because that wasn't her fault. And I guess I didn't really know where they were. They were going to they were not from around the area, and they were going to some kind of event. I don't know how that makes you miss a stop sign, but whatever. It's like, I feel, it's like, yes, they hit me, but also it was an accident. It was an accident. Anyway. I don't get into a lot of accidents. I didn't get into a lot of accidents that injure me physically. Instead, I get stressed. Yeah. Stress is pretty physical too. Has actual chemical repercussions in your brain and stuff. Your adrenals, it exhausts your adrenal glands, and yeah, it's horrible. What made it worse was the first night. The shivering and the tremors were intolerable while having a headache. Agony. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. The second time I had it, the symptoms didn't hit me until I'd been at a 1-day like convention event, and I had to drive 2 hours home. So I had to drive home while feeling like my throat was so raw, and I was just shivering, and like, thankfully I didn't have a headache, I don't think, but I just felt like I was dying. Like, I literally got home, got out of the car, crawled right into bed, and I could barely speak. Like, I could barely tell my husband what was going on. The poor guy was so confused. Okay. The hey, I'm alive and well. I was sick back in the winter of 2021, so it's just a footnote. Yeah, that little footnote in history. Ugh. We don't have to talk about it, but so horrible. I felt so bad. I hope things went well for them. Yeah. Oh no, the new COVID? No, we're not going to talk about that. Never leads anywhere good in conversation, I find. But alright, I have way overstayed my stream here. I forgot to mention there was a second driver. There was a second driver. So the lady who got injured not only crashed one car, but maybe the other car crashed into my mother's car, so it was a 3-car collision. Ah, dang! Frig, man! Well, shite. No worries, LMAO. Lamau. Thank you for the stream. To drop us my blast. Sleep well. I will. Yeah, I wish I could stream. I wish I could stream around like 7, but my son doesn't go to bed until after 9. And I usually it's just there's just no other better time to stream than after 9, which sucks, and then I get really tired, but we'll see what's happening. Good night, T. Excuse me. Good night, T. Love your audios. Thank you, Earthly Beast. Thank you for being here, everyone. Mr. Boyo, I will see you another time. Good night, Mrs. T. Drop. Oh, thank you. There. Alright. I hope everyone has a wonderful, restful sleep. Good night.